Hey everyone, Michelle Jab here, clinical psychologist and crazy love coach. I hope you're having a great week. And for those of you who are joining me for the first time, what I do is to build everlasting and meaningful relationship from the inside out. Because I believe that in order to have the relationship you desire or anything you want in life, you need to be in love with yourself first. So this is what I do as a living. I create crazy love between you and yourself by helping you heal your inner wounds and unlock all the blocks that are preventing you from having sorry, the connection was gone. I'm back now. Bad connection today. Okay, so every week I ask the ladies in my amazing group, the Walking Tall Woman, what they would like me to talk about in my mini training that I do weekly, and I pick one topic. And if you have some questions of your own or any topic that is related to love, self-love, self-confidence, whatever it is, I highly recommend that you join my community by clicking on the link on top, and I can answer you specifically. Also, I will ask you to share this video if you liked it, so I can spread the love even more. So before I start the training, I wanted to ask you again if you enjoyed my live one-on-one session that I did last week with Jennifer, and check if anyone else wanted to get the chance to be coached for free like Jennifer. So if you want to do that, please PM me and I will answer you as soon as I can. If you didn't watch the video yet and you don't know what I'm talking about, please watch it as soon as possible. The recording is on all my pages and in my group as well. Okay, so let's start. Today I will be sharing some of my favorite self-love tips to use during an overwhelming life situation. Because even if you are someone who does a lot of inner work, life happens and it can be challenging for you to keep a positive mindset and not allow the toxic thoughts to get to you. There are plenty of things that you could do. I cannot finish talking about it, but I will focus on my favorite five ones actually, that very few people talk about, because you already know that you should take care of yourself, do feminine things, cook, dance, go to the spa, whatever, meditate and journal. All the things are amazing, but it doesn't always work, right? So what else? My tips today will be something like from another level, a little more deep than what we used to do usually, okay? So number one, I want you to forgive yourself. Why? Because guilt is often the reason why you feel so overwhelmed. You feel that you could have prevented the situation, or that it is somehow happening because of you. And maybe it's true. Please, if you're online, I see that a few people are here. Please say hi so I know who is here. Okay, so I continue. Remember that feeling guilty about it will always make things even worse, of course, since you will be focused on your past possible mistake instead of moving on and trying to find a solution. That is why the first thing you need to do is to forgive yourself. You are human and we all do plenty of mistakes. Actually, this is good news because it means that you're trying. You are still figuring out how to deal with life and all its elements. It's crazy, okay? It's not easy, and also I want you to remember, please never forget that perfect is boring. You need to make mistakes. That's what will make you so unique and amazing, okay? Forgive yourself, because one day, I promise you this, one day you will thank your past self for this specific mistake that you are so worrying about right now. Believe me, everything happens for a reason. And if you focus on learning a lesson from this mistake instead of worrying about it, I can assure you 100% that you will get to better things. It will lead you to great things in your future. The only case where you need to see it as a failure is if you don't learn anything from it, and if you repeat it, and if you don't find a solution thanks to this mistake. So your mistakes are the base of your greatest skills, always. Does it make sense to you? If it does, please let me know. If not, please comment. I would be pleased to answer you more specifically. Okay, So moving on, number 2, make your own desires your priority. Yes, yes, yes. Of course, you read that everywhere now and you agree with it, but practically, how are you making your desires your priority? I already talked about it in a previous video, but what I wanted to know, thank you for the likes, loves, but what are you really changing in your daily life? And your thinking pattern as well. It's not only about doing things, it's about changing the way you think as well. So what are you actually doing? Okay, that's my personal tip on this. All you need to ask yourself is just one question. Just one. This is what I always tell my clients actually, and I'm sure they're laughing now. How is this answering my own needs and desires? I repeat, you ask yourself, how is this, the thing that you're going to do, or the thing that you're worrying about, how is this answering my own needs or desires? Because when you need to make a decision, you need to ask yourself what you're going to gain from it, what you're expecting, why are you doing this, what are the reasons why you feel so overwhelmed about this, why is it so important? Are you doing this for you, or are you doing this to please someone? And most often it's because you want to please someone. So when you stop pleasing someone, it means that you're on the right track. So once you have the answer to that, you can never go wrong. Because if you are doing anything for someone else, you won't be able to find an answer to this question. And if you do, it will be so clear for you and you will be free from people pleasing. I'm not saying that you should only think about yourself and be selfish, but don't do things you might regret someday because they are not aligned to your values and beliefs. As long as you feel proud and free about what you're doing, it means that you're on the right track. Okay? So that's number 2. Now number 3, remember that you are a fighter. The reason why you feel so overwhelmed is because you are not used to surrender. You fight for everything you want and you believe in. And I'm sure it's not the first time you feel that way, and it definitely won't be the last. Oh yeah, it won't be the last, I promise you. But as challenging as any obstacle is, you always find a way. I know it's true because you didn't surrender yet. Since you are watching me today and you still want to learn and fight, so I know you're a fighter because you like my vibe and you're part of my tribe. So if you're part of my tribe, it means that you're a fighter, because these women are the ones that are attracted to my message. So you're a fighter, I promise you this. Remember this, and that it's just another chapter on your beautiful story and on your path, okay? Go fighter. Number 4 is to understand what fear is actually triggering you. In order to be able to handle the overwhelm, it is important to pinpoint what specific idea is triggering you in the situation. Okay, so let's take an example. Let's say you're overwhelmed because of a breakup situation or a problem in your relationship, right? What specific thought are you scared of? Is it that you will end up alone? Or is it your fear of abandonment? Or is it that you feel that you are responsible from the problem? Hello everyone, oh I see that Jennifer is here. Hello Jennifer. Okay, so whatever it is, get clarity on it and then look at it from an objective point of view. Is it your thought that is telling you that you need to be scared of anything? So is it fear that is telling you this message, or is it true? Okay, so how can you know if it's objective enough? It's easy. You look for concrete proofs that no one can deny. Like it doesn't need to be interpreted from another point of view. It's like that. That's the facts. That's it. Okay? Okay, and number 5, be with people who support you. You can't imagine how important really it is. It is like, if there's one thing I want you to get from this mini training, it's this point. Be with people who support you, please. Energy is highly contagious. So if you feel overwhelmed, please, I'm saying please, move away from people whose energy will be toxic to you. I'm not saying they are bad people, no. And I'm not saying that it's forever. But they are not aware of their energy, and it can totally drain you, specifically during this situation that you're going through right now. So be with people who won't nag about life, who won't judge you, who will listen to you, who will care about you, people who will remind you how amazing you are and how loved you are. You need to recharge all this energy in order to be able to confront any challenging situation you might be going through, okay? Thanks for the love. So these are my 5 points. I'm going to repeat them, okay, if you caught the video late. So the first thing I said is that you need to forgive yourself, because if you don't forgive yourself, you will be focusing on your mistakes instead of focusing on learning a lesson from it. Hello, Sonia. Please type your question if you have some. Number 2 is to make your own desires your priority. So how is this answering my own needs and desires? Number 3 is to remember that you are a fighter. You're part of my tribe, so it means that you're amazing and that you're a fighter and a warrior. And it's just one more obstacle, and others are coming along. Don't worry, it won't be the last time you feel that way. Number 4 is to understand what actual fear is triggering you. What is specifically the problem to you? Dive deep. I'm sure you have the answer to this. And number 5, please be with people who support you and love you and make you feel great about yourself. Those other people that are toxic to you, they will drain you. So you will get back to them when you're feeling better, okay? So I don't see any question yet, but if you catch the recording, please type it in. I will be pleased to answer you later. Also, I hope this mini training answered your questions and that it will help you. If you liked it, please, I want you to share it so we can spread the love. And if you want to answer, your own questions, I'm inviting you to join my lovely community, the Walking Tall Woman, because this is where I pick the topic from, okay? It's my community who inspires me always, because I'm focused on their needs. So if you're there, you'll have the opportunity to meet amazing women from around the globe. They are amazing, they are passionate, they are caring. I love them. They will support you, and you will be able to share whatever you're going through, good or bad. And most importantly, you will get closer support coming from me, and of course all my special offers that I reserve only to my tribe. So all you have to do is to click on the link on top, and I can't wait to see you there. I'm sending you plenty of kisses, and I see you next week. Bye bye.